Hey there, today we're learning a new vocab which is called a residual, and we're going to take a look at when we see scatter plots, what is a residual? It's a weird new word, but really it's a basic common sense thing. So if you take a look at here, we got a line of best fit in red. We got a couple of scatter points there, scatter plot points of data. And what we have drawn here in purple is the residual. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer and see if you can think about what a residual is, right? This purple line right here, the residual is positive 1, 2, 3, 4. Residual is positive 4. Take a look at this one right here. This point right down here has a residual of negative 2. Negative 2. Do you see that it's the distance from the line of best fit? Like how far off was the line of best fit from the actual data, right? So you can have positive residuals and negative residuals. How far away are they from the line of best fit to the actual data, right? On this one, I hope that I can go ahead and draw these right here, but we have a couple of positive residuals. Let's see if I can change to green is a positive. Here is a positive residual of 1. Here is a positive residual of 1. Those points are both above the line. Okay, I'm going to go for red as negative in the negatives. So I have a negative residual. Here is a residual of negative 1. That point is actually below the line of best fit by 1. Here is a negative residual, a residual of negative 1. And then you might notice that we also have some residuals that are 0 because they are exactly on the line. The actual was the same exact thing as the predicted. You nailed it. You were perfect. Congratulations. Cool. So if we want an equation, the residual, you can find it by taking the actual data and then subtracting the predicted amount. Take the actual data and subtract it from the predicted amount. So if we take a look at this green line right here, what we just learned is that it has a residual of positive 1, 2, 3, 4. It is 4 above. So how do you find that? You take the actual data, and all we're looking at right here is our y values. We're just looking at what is the y value. So we're going to go ahead and take the actual data. So this point right up here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the actual data. I don't know if that was person number 2 or day 2 of tracking data, but the actual value that they had was 8, right? So my actual value is 8. I'm going to subtract the predicted amount. So this person right here had a predicted amount of up 1, 2, 3, 4. So the actual data minus the predicted from the line of best fit means that that residual is 4, and there it is. It is 4 spots above the line. This residual is a positive 4 right there. Cool, let's go ahead and take a look at all the positive residuals. Right here, I have a positive residual of 1, a positive 1. How do I get that? I take the actual data, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I subtract it from the predicted amount on the line of best fit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the actual data minus the prediction from the line of best fit. So 7 minus 6, that gives us our 1. Okay? I think you can do the rest of the positive one over there. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at these negative residuals. We see that the actual data is underneath the line of best fit. It's like, hey, this is how we thought you were going to do, how many points you thought you were going to score, how much money you thought you were going to get. You actually ended up underneath. So we have a negative residual. So now you can see a residual tells you how the actual data went. You got positive residuals, you were above what you thought, right? Good news. You got negative residuals, you were lower than you thought. So how do we get that negative number for that one right there? We go ahead and count the actual data. The actual data for this person right here is up 2. The actual data for this person is 2. We're going to go ahead and minus the predicted amount, which the predicted amount for that person was 1, 2, 3 and a half. So 2 minus 3 and a half, that would be negative 1. And if you take a look, they are 1.5 spots underneath. That residual right there is negative 1.5. This one right here looks to be a residual of -2. We want to make sure that we can go ahead and calculate that. So you're going to take the actual data. This point right here is up 1, 2, 3. And the predicted value was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We didn't get that. 3 minus 5 is -2. So -2 is my residual. I have 2 spots underneath, and that's why I have a negative residual. Hopefully that helps you out in like a quick 5-minute video of how to find the residual. Peace.